Hello, this is Christy Jones, Holistic Health and Mindfulness Coach, and I wanted to talk today about automatic thoughts. Have you noticed that we have a stream of thoughts that run through our head all the time? And I don't know if you've noticed this, but most of the time the thoughts we have are about ourselves, and they're not very kind. As humans, we chronically have thoughts of, who do you think you are? You're not good enough. You're not smart enough, you're not fast enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not enough. Does this sound familiar? So here is the cool thing to realize is that our thoughts are not real. And that we don't have to believe any thought just because it's in our head. Kind of cool, right? I wish somebody would have told me this when I was younger, that I didn't have to believe my thoughts, because I literally thought the things that popped into my head were true. And the cool thing is that they're just energy. And our thoughts are not true. So I want to teach you 4 questions of how to, one, recognize your thoughts, right? And then how to talk back to the ones that don't serve you. So when we have a thought, and the thought I'm going to talk back to is I'm not good enough, because that's one that is chronic, that I'm going to say everybody has that thought. And if you don't agree with that, totally fine, post that there too. But I would say most people will have the thought sometime in their life or every day, over and over, that I am not good enough. So if we believe that thought, what might happen in our life if we actually believed a limiting thought that wasn't true? We might not believe in ourselves. We might not try or think that we're going to be successful in the things that we want to accomplish, and we might limit ourselves if we actually believe that thought. So, whenever we notice a limiting thought, first thing we want to ask is that thought true? And the answer is no. So if you need a little bit more, is that thought 100% true without a doubt? Absolutely not. There's no, that thought is not true. So whenever you're saying, is it 100% true? There's no way that it's 100% true. So second question, 2, right, is how do I feel when I have that thought? If I was going to believe that I'm not good enough, how would I feel with that thought? How would you feel with that thought? So ask yourself, how would you feel if you allowed yourself to have that thought? Probably not very good. Most people will tell me they feel kind of depressed or hopeless when they have that thought. So number 3 is, how would you feel without that thought? Now remember, it's just a thought, it's just energy, it's not true. We actually get to be the creators of our thoughts, and we can use the thoughts that are useful, that put us in the direction of things we want to create in our life. And we can let go and change the thoughts that are not helping us. So we get to choose the thoughts that we think. So how would I feel without that thought? I'd feel fabulous. How would you feel without that thought? So question number 4 is, what would you rather tell yourself instead of I'm not good enough? I am good enough. I'm valuable. I'm worthy. I'm fabulous. I'm the best me that will ever be. Whatever is there for you, I'm challenging you to come up with what you want to be true about you. Challenge that thought. Because the fact is, we're all unique and have different gifts and talents, and every single one of us are valuable and worthy and enough. And the person that probably needs to hear that is our own self. We need to convince our own self of our own value. So using these 4 questions, you get to choose what you believe about yourself. So I'll repeat these questions again. Once again, is it 100% true? No. Right? How do I feel when I have that thought? Not so good. Number 3, what would I rather say instead of that thought? Or no, sorry. Number 3 is, how would I feel without that thought? And we get to choose a different thought. Number 4 is, what would I rather say instead? And number 5 is, change your thought, right? And notice practice this with anything that pops into your head that is not serving you to your highest version of yourself. Change the thought and focus on, so if we get that our brain is always going to, our mind is always going to prove to us, wherever our mind goes, our energy is going to flow there. If we're telling ourselves that things aren't going to work out, our brain is going to try and prove that things aren't going to work out. If we're telling ourselves we're not worthy or we're not enough, our brain is going to try and prove to us that we're not worthy or we're not enough. It's going to look to prove it to us. And if we're saying, hey, things are going to work out, I believe in myself, right? Your brain is going to be on track to help you go, okay, look at, there's proof that you're worthy or that you are enough. And from there, once you're changing that thought, what actions do you want to take in your life that are putting you in the direction you want to be in? So if there's a goal you have, really setting your brain on that track that I can do it. I believe in myself. And now, if I believe I can do it, and I believe in myself, what steps do I want to take now? What is the action I want to take to keep moving in the direction that I want? Kind of cool, right? So I hope this is useful. You know, I'm hoping your takeaways are, one is that you can talk back to your thoughts and that you get to choose your thoughts and you get to be the master of your brain. Nobody else gets to choose your thoughts except for you. And someone else's thoughts of you, if they do not serve you, they are just as untrue as our automatic negative thoughts. So we don't have to believe something someone else says about us if they are putting us down, right? Or not being kind to us. We don't have to take or listen to those thoughts either, right? You get to choose what the thoughts are that you think, and then choose what direction you want to go. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Once again, our brain is going to prove to us whatever we're thinking, so what is the direction we want to go in, right? Hope this was helpful. Comment below, let me know if this is useful, and keep choosing the thoughts that are serving you and your highest potential, and acknowledging and talking back to any limiting thoughts that are trying to get in your way, and push them out of the way so you can go on the track that you want. Have a great day.